out to Japan. I got 2 Billy truck and a bitch door with it. Batman, I'm best man.
All right, 17, there's a look at the gleaming new Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Nothing like the fanfare of that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Atlanta Falcons. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now an Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson on the carry. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. In on the stop, it's Tahir Whitehead.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Now it's Jackson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Defense had a chance to do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the run, this is Jackson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They go play fake. Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at the 34.
We got three. 54, South. On your team. Go. Wait. 39.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll get this up to about the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
22.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. And now here comes Kansas City. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
They would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be and he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Ziggy Ansah in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
Another miss.
Still on his feet. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Mahomes to throw on second down. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. And, Charles, a couple extra defensive backs in here on 3rd and 1.
Not expecting them to run it at all.
Here's Mahomes to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. First catch there for Hill, and he's got a first down. A first trip to the red zone for KC. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got this one down to the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And he pulled it. Oh, my goodness. It's no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little and threw the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at the 20. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. But the Falcons were able to recover, so they will keep possession.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Get up! Left!
Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Ready! Back 25! Wait! Wait! Hey, South! Hey, Express! Express! Hey, hey, gun, gun! Ah, 25 tonight! Ready, blue 80! 21! 39! 39.
And that'll set them back 5. Coleman now. And he's got room. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 62 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And now they face a 2nd and 6 after the penalty. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. Flush to his right. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Let's go. 20, 20. Gun, gun. 12. Hey, Ripley.
Here's Ryan to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Reggie Ragland. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And now here comes Kansas City. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's Entersman Trufant. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Hey, rip lance. Ready, like 25. Check, 12. 21.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground.
54, South. Go.
Here's Coleman on the toss. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Hey, express. Here we go, D. Here I come again.
2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Go. Wow. Check. 53. 20. 12. 54, South.
On 1st down, Ryan. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a KC touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
54, Sam.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Flushed out right. Getting it out left side to Sanu. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, two hands. Get two hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target. Not just the first catch, first target. Mahomes now on first down. On target over the middle to Hill. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On first and 10, here's Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And now running right through it. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey. 9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10.
21. Got it. Wait.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
21. 39. 11. 39. Hey, rip lance. Space. 39. Ready, set.
Final play of the half. It's Ryan going up top. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Meanwhile, the second quarter score from Carolina. And the Panthers are starting to pull away in that one. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 right at the 30.
Hey, wait. Right. 21. Let's go.
Third quarter starts with a run by Freeman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch. But you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10.
Ready, blue 80. Line 25. Go. 21. Ready, set.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Sliding out of the pocket. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
11. 21. Hey, rip lance.
Now it's Ryan. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. On the ground, this is Jackson. Wiggles free. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Green 39. Green 39. Ace. Slow.
On second down, here's Mahomes. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Andre Howe. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defensive coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working.
Gun. 22. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Justin Houston in there for the sack, and he's closing in on that all-time record. That's number 19 on the year.
21. Go.
On second down, Freeman. And he'll be taken down at the 18. The all-pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long.
Tuesday. Go. 21. 21. 11. Go.
Play action. It's Ryan. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Justin Houston in there for the 20th time this year as he continues what could be a record-setting season. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Take it at the 37. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he's going to go down again.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. Elsewhere, they have gone to the second half in Carolina. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping is big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Back now in Atlanta. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It's another boomer. This is taken at the 15. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. And Hill with it over the middle. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. On play action, it's Mahomes. Caught here by Conley. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed. To keep the drive going. They'll run it with Jackson. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They run again with Jackson. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Now here's Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Mahomes now on 1st down. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 4 yards on the dump off at 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Here we go now. Green, 90. Green, 90.
Back to throw. Mahomes. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this has no chance. It's no good, well wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. So you wonder what's going on in that head right about now. That's 2 missed field goals for him now, and this one should have been no problem.
For an NFL kicker, you're thinking 97, 98% from this distance, and this one somehow fails to go through. And that's 3 points you just absolutely have to count on getting.
Hey, Tuesday. Let him go.
He's back to throw. Incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there, and that'll bring up second down. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. And the play clock running very low, so Dan Quinn decides to call for a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
22. 22. 22. Hey, replay.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by David Anderson. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Ricardo Allen, the safety, makes the stop. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Victory in the cards now for the Chiefs as they take a knee here. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column, too.
So for Kansas City, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead they fall to 5-7. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.